So there is some incentive for those of us who have stayed behind. I have requested the two speakers to speak in no more than 15 minutes. And because we are discussing interactive, enjoyable, meaningful learning and not boring teaching, I am hoping they will enable that to happen. And as self-regulating, conscious facilitators of learning, they can ring their own bell within 15 minutes. After which, where did that fellow go? He can turn off the mic. Because if I have to regulate even this part, then there is no hope for self-regulation. Professor Ghosha, yours.
For today is Mechano. Can it enhance quality of teaching? So first, let's look what exactly is the quality of teaching. According to me, the quality teaching means to inspire, influence, and inform the students. Out of which, most important thing is to inspire. Once a student is inspired, the student would not need the help of the teacher. He becomes self-motivated and going to run to the goal. Next is influence. The students may be influenced by various attributes of the teacher, quality of the teacher like handwriting or time management, etc. And the last thing is inform. Our country, our world is full of information. We get information everywhere from the internet, from the books, from the journals, everywhere else. So, most important thing is to inspire and least important thing is to inform. Unfortunately, I do just the reverse. I keep on informing the students like anything. I keep on bombarding the students with information. Why? Because I have a lot of information. Basics, I don't touch. Because basics, they are also supposed to know. Fundamentals, I never cover. They are supposed to know fundamentals. So, I keep on delivering all the information to the students. I say, don't disturb me till the end of the lecture. Of course, that end will never come, but that's a different story. Don't disturb me because I'm going to lose my thought process. And I never inspire a student. Why? Inspiring a student means talking to the heart of the student. And that's why they say that a real teacher, they teach us from the heart, not from the book. Let me take a case study, a real life example. It happened over here in KLU just a couple of weeks before in my class. I've been teaching earthquake resistant structure design. So earthquake force is coming. I made a very simple structure because analysis is difficult. It is indeterminate structure. So I told you, assume there are hinges at the midpoint of beams and columns. It is easy to analyze. We completed. Then just to test the structural sense of the students, I asked them a question. Now you tell me, if I put the hinges at the center of beams and columns, is the structure stable or unstable? You, sir, unstable. You, sir, unstable. The whole class became unstable. They are wrong. As a matter of fact, this is a stable structure in spite of the hinge. So I told the student, I tried to explain that, look, this is, the base is rigid, the joint is rigid, therefore, there is not going to be any rotation over there in these places. You put the hinges over there, the structure is going to be perfectly stable. They accept it. They accept it. I understood they have not learned. They have not taken it from their heart. Because the teacher is saying, okay, fine, this is supposed to be a stable. So I gone home, I have been thinking how to really tell them or supposed to put that structural sense to them. Then I thought, I am having a small box of Meccano. I always carry it. So using the parts of Meccano, I quickly made a frame. As you can see, the rigid base and then two rigid half columns, then two rigid half beams and half columns on the top. So these parts I have joined with one hole overlap using 3 bolts, which are left very loose, so they act like hinge. Now, making this structure, I have taken it to the class. You see what happens in the class. Each and every student have taken the interest. I said, no. You don't just see it. You dismantle it. You dismantle it and then reconstruct it. Have the feel in yourself that this is supposed to be a rigid structure, not flexible. They have done it. And you see the result of this self-construction. This is called the joy of learning, the $1 million smile. That means the person has really learned from the heart that this structure is supposed to be a real structure. So I personally feel that hands-on experience are much better than the classroom teaching or the passive learning, so to say. And whatever they have learned, they are never going to forget throughout their life. Thanks to Meccano and thanks to Frank Horby. Thanks to Meccano, thanks to Frank Horby. Who is Meccano? What is Meccano? And who is Frank Horby? Let's see. Meccano people say it's a engineering in miniature. Engineering in miniature. And it is having hundreds of parts, but all parts are having holes at the same spacing, same diameter. Any two parts can be fitted together using nuts and bolts as a fastener. And once any model have been made, it can be dismantled, fresh model can be made. That is Meccano. These are some of the simple parts of Meccano. As you can see, the perforated strips, the curved strip, the perforated plates, double angle brackets, nuts and bolts, washer, axle rod, pulley, etc. With this, we can make various types of structures, whatever you feel like. Now, this is Frank Horby. He was born in UK, Liverpool, 1863. 1936, he left us. And he had invented this Meccano and patented it in the year 1902. Now, this became immensely popular and he started exporting it throughout the world. There have been hundreds of replica sets of Meccano. Everybody is making. But Meccano maintains certain quality, very rigid quality control. That's why Meccano still survives in the world, so to say. He became a millionaire. He also became the member of House of Commons. Now, this is the standard Meccano set which have been available at the time. This is the smallest one, 00. It is progressive set. So after 00, as you can see, some parts, the set 0 is going to be slightly more parts than 00. Similarly, set 1, some more parts. In this way, the sets keep on growing up to set number 10. Set number 10 is supposed to be the last one. It is having 4 dryers and 4 dryers full of parts, weights around 40 kgs or so. And it is one of the dream of the Meccano modeler, so to say. This is supposed to be the dealer's photograph. Above the 4 dryer number 10 set, the wooden cabinet, you are also seeing the number 9 set, which is having 3 dryers. Now, these are the accessory sets. That means once a person has already completed with, let's say, set 0, he wants to get set 1. He need not purchase set 1, which is already having many parts of set 0. Whatever are the extra parts, those are included in the accessory set 0A. So if I am having 0, I purchase 0A. Total, I get set number 1. So that business idea had been the peculiar idea of Frank Hornby. Intel as a fact borrowed it. Every Intel processor is backward compatible with the previous processor. So software development cost with various companies they have invested, that is not going to be wasted by new Intel processor. Wonderful tech. Now these are the dealer's cabinet leaflet for various parts of Meccano, but this is very condensed. If you see one part, this is having at least 10 variations. Perforated strip, they have given only one photograph, but there are 10 different varieties of perforated strip: 3 hole, 4 hole, 5 hole, 6 hole, 7 hole, 9 hole, 11 hole, 15 hole, 19 hole and 25 hole. Now modern Meccano parts, they look like this, slightly different in color, various shapes, but the same hole diameter, same pitch is available still. So any old Meccano part, any new Meccano part, they are perfectly going to fit together without any problem. So some models and some modelers. Not Kaveri issue. This is a simple Meccano model I have made for my students to show all the critical parts of a dam. This is the Meccano model of an offshore platform with all the important features: helipad, drilling rig, boat landing and all the stuff. Sydney Harbour Bridge, the very famous bridge. So this is about 6 feet, the length, and it took about 4 months to construct. This is a horizontal steam engine cutout view. It works actually. Now this is a SLR camera. This is constructed by Philip Webb, an eminent Meccano modeler. He has made such a beautiful model. All operations of an SLR camera is available in this Meccano model. The mechanical clock, Paul Dell, another wonderful creation, very accurate. the grader by Alan Kate. Grader is not very much popular in our country, but in their country, graders are used to clear the snow and ice over the road, etc., extensively, so to say. This is a big wheel. Big wheel means Ferris wheel plus the other wheel, merry-go-round, together. That means it is going to rotate horizontally as well as vertically. Stan Knight omnibus, another excellent model. Michael Adler, the model of a hammerhead crane. This is so large model he had made with Meccano, the realistic model. For scaling, you can see the people's height. This was displayed in the London Meccano Museum. Now some top modellers. Michael Adler. Michael Adler is not an engineer. He is osteopath, one of the top 10 osteopaths of the world. South African citizen, lives in Israel, and he is fantastic in mechanical engineering, fantastic with Meccano. He had developed with Meccano parts certain machines which are used for the cardiac problem, the spinal cord problem, and he had patented it. A fantastic person with fantastic ideas in Meccano modeling. Paul Dell, German. He is a doctorate in computer science, network technology. He also have excellent idea about the Meccano modeling. The left side we can see Alan Esplin and Stan Knight. They are good friends. It is Alan Esplin's home. He called it My Meccano Corner. If you look it minutely, at the back side of Alan Esplin, you can find two Meccano number 10 sets. The top one is the new one, 4 drawers, and below that, the old number 10 Meccano with 4 drawers. The right side is Alan Kate with his wife Dawn Kate. Alan Kate is my Meccano guru. When I started Meccano modeling in 2013, that time he used to write me that one day you are going to be a great modeler. That was around April or May 2013. At the end of the year of 2013, when there was a competition worldwide, I became the first in that competition. And Alan have written, thank you. Alan has written, I am proud to call you my friend. I do have those emails and other things, I can show it to you also. Now, this is the latest Meccano logo. Now we talk about the Meccano in universities, the real stuff. First, let's go to Cambridge, 1937, 1 year after the death of Frank Hornby. These people are using Meccano to check the construction of the differential engine by Charles Babbage. Actually, he has not constructed. Babbage has not constructed. He has given the idea that how it can be constructed. But now, because Meccano is available, they started a project to construct Charles Babbage's differential engine. Now people say, David, our father of IT, Claude Shannon, he is also over there in the center. He was also involved, Claude Shannon also involved in this project. Shannon has written 2 papers which still we follow, and the pioneer papers in artificial intelligence and also information technology. This is one view of the same differential analyzer. This is another view using all Meccano parts. Now we go to Marshall University, USA. Here you can see the students using Meccano parts and doing their projects. Many times the students, they use the Meccano parts to do their projects, complete it very quickly, because it is very easy to make Meccano models, very quick. We go to Melbourne, Australia. Now at the center of the tree, this is Professor Keith Boston. He is a professor of computer science, Dr. Keith Boston, and on the rightmost side, we are getting another person who is eminent, Charles Steedman. He is a computer science person, a wizard of computer science, and also very much interested in a Meccano. He developed a site which is called NZ Meccano. I'm going to share the video later, the link later with you. Oh, 9 more slides, the time to sum up. The first thing I'd like to tell you that abroad or India, students are genuinely interested in Meccano. This is a photograph of Sikkim Manipal Institute of Technology. In 2013, when I became the world champion, my students, they became interested. Sir, what is Meccano? What you are doing? Can we do it or not? I said, yes, you can also do it. So every weekend we used to meet. It was a total campus. We used to meet and discuss about Meccano. Here they are seeing some model over here. They are genuinely interested to make the Meccano models. Why they cannot do it? Because Meccano is expensive. As you can see, the brass gears, they are supposed to be very accurate, cut from the brass pulleys and all those things. the accuracy of Meccano has made it expensive. And that's why normally the students avoid using Meccano for the model building, so to say. But Meccano till today maintains the quality. This is a spar gear differential model made by me. As you can see, the quality is always maintained by Meccano, and finally for quality we get quality and we have to maintain quality. I should stop over here, but I cannot resist to show you one slide. This is Sikkim Express, 11 January 2014. It shows the SMIT, Sikkim Manipal Institute of Technology professor, that's me, is the first Asian to win the first place in the global Meccano modeling contest. They have also given the photograph of the model which I have presented and which have won the first place through polling. Now, two websites. One is NZ Meccano by Charles Friedman, as I have already told you. Just go to Google and type NZ Meccano. Or there is another very good website. You go to Google and type Meccano Alan, you will be getting Alan's homepage Meccano. That is another good site. If you want to see my Meccano models, you can go to YouTube and type my name, Subrata Ghoshal. There are around 50 small video clips about my Meccano models. My email ID is subratagoshal@gmail.com. You can contact. With this, thank you, and I like to show you at least one small video, only 1 minute, if time permits, sir.
Let us directly go to the PowerPoint presentation. I am from MGM Institute of Health Sciences. This is a university which contains MBBS course, medical, dental, physiotherapy, nursing colleges, including engineering and management colleges. So today I am here to present on student feedback and department-wise analysis as key tools for improving quality of higher education. I am myself Dr. Harita. I am an associate professor in anatomy. I am working as coordinator for IQAC in MGM Medical College. See, first of all, I would like to just give one brief description about why we have started this. Last 2 years back, this IQAC is handed to me. We had got NAC accreditation A grade last 5 years back, and we are going to go for the second accreditation. And in between, we had come to a conclusion that first accreditation was like a team of 10-15 members worked very hard to make all the documents which are necessary for NAC, and they had produced it and we got an A grade. After that, we realized we have so many sources, we have all kind of whatever required necessity for the necessary requirements for the NAC, but we are not documenting it properly. So then we have come up with an idea of why not start a proper IQAC cell. So from there, IQAC cell was started. Then we started making plans, why exactly, what are the functions of IQAC, what are the team members, who are the members, what are their unique functions, like that. We started working on that and slowly we developed it. Last 2 years back, when it was given to me, I'm a very good faculty, by the way, and I have got very good gradings. Then they just said that, why don't you, madam, please start up, take up as coordinator for IQAC. Then I said, okay. So then I started understanding what is this IQAC. I don't know anything about it. So there are the team, we have some unique functions, we have meetings, capacity building programs, there is an action plan and AQAR, student feedback, committees and their achievements. These are all basically implementation level. So from morning we are discussing about policy level programs. So now it will be hardcore implementation level program. So what we had done and what problems we had faced, I am just going to share with you. Now what are our team? I'll just tell you who are our team. We have a chairperson who is the Dean of the Medical College himself. He is the chairperson of this IQAC. I'm the coordinator. We have an administrator. We have chief members. For each criterion of NAC AQAR, I think all of you are aware of AQAR. Then we have some committees. For each committee, we have got chairperson and secretary. Then an auditor who is again separate, and a departmental coordinator who is the most important person for us. So we have got around 37 departments, including teaching and clinical departments. All these 37 departments have got independent individual departmental chairperson and a coordinator. Why we need them, I'll just share with you. So some of our unique functions we are responsible for quality maintenance by facilitating the process of documentation. I'll just tell you one more interesting thing. When we say our directors, usually this happens at all our levels. When our directors or someone make a policy that yes, from now onwards publications have to be collected. What we are going to do at the ground level, we will just inform the departmental heads that yes, all the publications are now to be sent to the IQAC cell. Now at the departmental level, they'll just announce it and they'll say that yes, from now onwards all the publications should go there. At the end, when we are going to collect at the end of the year, what we are going to get? We are going to get only hardly 10 or 15 publications that who are majorly who are actually interested to share their publications are going to come to the IQAC cell. But when it comes to the promotions, then suddenly each member will come up with 10-15 publications independently, where that publications have gone before. So that checkpoint is not yet seen. So for that, a proper documentation system has to be set up. So that was our idea. Then we have conducted periodical meetings. We have capacity building programs. What are they? I'll just tell you. Feedback analysis and all, departmental action plan. We have some committees action plan. We prepared AQAR and we submit to NAC. Now, just one more small point. See, why we are actually, one thing I would like to share with you, is it actually this IQAC, is it for NAC? That means, is it for some accrediting body that we are trying to produce all the documents? Or is it for our own quality? We have made that question, we had asked that question to ourselves. And then we came to conclusion that it's not just for some accreditation body or for some NAC or MCI. It is for our own quality. We want to develop our quality. That is what we had come up with, a solution. Yes, we have to improve our quality. So for that sake, we started working out. It's not just for the sake of NAC. So before going to capacity building programs, I'll just tell you one more thing. Our IQAC, I'm proud of that the chairperson, the dean and the directors have given sweeping powers to IQAC cell, that you can go to any place in the system, any place in the campus, you can go ahead, you can take the initiative of checking the quality of every single individual level. We have got that freedom to make our own freedom to check, to identify the problems at each level. So in that way we can actually even maintain. But we should be clear that we are not auditors. We made very, very clear statement that IQAC cell is not an auditor or an auditing body. Because when there is an auditing body, that if I say that yes, I'm going to audit your department, then obviously all the documents come in place. Let me tell you. That means for NAC, if for example, if NAC is coming or MCI is coming or for you some other accrediting body is coming, you will be ready with all the documents. But practically, how many documents are real? So that is our question. So we want to establish that quality not for some accrediting body. So we told all our departments that we are not auditing. We are trying to improve the quality of each individual department. So if you have got some ideas, please let us know. We will try to implement it. So if you have some problems, some grievances, please let us know. So we will try to sort that out. We made a very clear statement to all our departments. Then we had started with capacity building programs. What are these capacity building programs? Some of our, like me, when I started this IQSSL, I don't know anything about IQAC. Then I had to undergo a process of training. So then I started training my colleagues, then the members, then the departmental coordinators. We have and repeated capacity building programs going on and on all throughout the year in a short session, so that all our next members are capable to take up if tomorrow, if Harita is dead, IQAC cell should not be dead. So it's not individual oriented. It should be a system oriented. So someone else next to you can easily understand what we have created and what we are going ahead. So for that, we have started this capacity building programs. So we trained the members for accurate documentation, training the clerical staff, which is a very important thing, for maintaining the documents and their safety too, because we have got huge quantity of data. Then coordinating with the NAC peer team for continuous monitoring of documentation. So first NAC accreditation time, we have got 15 people who are very, very senior in their positions, and they have worked very hard to maintain such kind of huge documents into a nice compilation. So they know in and out of that system. So we got them into our team as an advisory committee. Then we presented the data, whatever we have collected the data, we are not just keeping it with us, we want the quality improvement. So we started presenting the data to the individual departments. We called all of them for the meeting and we started presenting the data. This is where you are standing, so that there is always an improvement for them for during the next coming quarters. Now, what are our main contexts at the implementation level? One, we have started a system of quarterly quality assurance report. So, always for NAC, it's only annual quality assurance report. But what we have said to each department is they have to submit a quarterly quality assurance report. So every quarter, all the departments are sending to IQAC cell. We are compiling, we are getting all the evidential documents, we are keeping everything in a form of soft copy so that the papers are less. Now all the reports will be compiled into a single report from the institute. So every quarter we are producing a quarterly quality report from the institute, which contains up-to-date information from each department. So we are not missing any kind of information. Then we started a complete database. Now what happens is, if NAC comes, we have a separate type of data. Now if MCI comes for medical college, we have a separate type of data. Then if some other body comes, we have a separate type of data. So it means, for sake of NAC, you have to visit so-and-so IQAC team. If for MCI, you have to visit Dean's office for collecting the information, that means there is no point. There is no centralized database for your institute. So then we have started working on a centralized database, which will be again IQAC cell. So we started collecting information in the NAC AQAR format. So in first criterion, we have academic programs. We started collecting from there. We started collecting all their documents. Then what are evidences behind that? So we made a complete proper file for that. So at the same way, we have for each point of criterion, we have again a complete database. Now anyone wants the research publications for the last 5 years, I just need to just open one folder, you'll get everything in Excel format. So that is what we have started. Then we have department-wise analysis, which is a very quite unique system which we have started, which I'll be talking in detail. Then we have started student feedback. This is again, student feedback is mandatory for the NAC or MCI. So for that also we started a different system, and then we have made some common annexure formats, because what is happening is quarterly the departments have to fill the data and send, and one department follows one system, the other department follows some other system to give data. So we made one common system of their entry of the data. So you just have to fill in the boxes and send to us. If you have research publications for that quarter, you have to send your publications in that identified criterions or in that boxes. Fill that and send it to us, so that the annexures are in a common format. So we made some common annexure formats. And then at the end, after first 2 quarters, we had presented the data. First quarter starts from January, Feb, March, together it is first quarter. So like that, we made quarterly reports and we presented the data, so that it is next 2 quarters they can improve if there is any lagging behind. So now these are the criterions. I think all of you are aware of it. I'll not go into details. Now what are the problems encountered during collection of QQR? So departments are exceeding time limit. These are all at implementation level. Confusion about filling the report because someone fills something and someone wants to know about what are guests, who are visiting faculty, who are temporary faculty. They are confused about it. We have different criterions to understand that. So we had cleared about that. Format of annexures provided is quite different. Incomplete reports we got. Lack of communication between the departmental coordinator and the clerk who is actually preparing the report. Because whatever we are giving information is giving to the departmental coordinator but not to the clerk. So clerk is preparing the report. So probably there we are going wrong. And the compilation of data, it's a huge data. For compilation it takes a lot of efforts. Then filtering of duplicated data. One publication is published by faculty of 2 departments. Now where it will come? When they submit. So even anatomy department gives that publication and physiology department also gives the publication. Then how are we going to do it? Because it is now 2 in number. So instead of that, how to filter, we had tried to sort that out. So what has been done? We had sensitized the departmental heads and coordinators for proper filling. Then common annexure formats we prepared, and we prepared one data entry sheet where all the data go into Excel format and everything is added one after the other. So annual data is ready right in front of you in Excel sheet. Now we had done statistical analysis and presented the data for further improvement. This is an example of common annexure format. So just we listed out what are the only annexures which they have to provide first, and then later we made this kind of boxes. They just have to fill and then give us. So this is our data entry sheet. This is how we are filling it. So at the end of the Excel sheet, you will get all the annual data together. No need to go for again search every quarterly data for each department. So these are some of the examples of data entry sheet. So everything will come together at the end of the year. So for publications, we had added this kind of column called as link, where you click on that, directly it will be opening the link of your soft copies, so that soft copies again you need not collect, save it. Okay, so that saves your time and efforts, even space. So we prepared statistical analysis in this way. And why this is important? Because we can show that yes, biochemistry department, you had done absolute good job, see where you stand. But we are not telling anatomy department, Baba, you have only one publication or one permanent faculty with PhD. We are not highlighting the faculty who are low, but we are telling the best faculty. It just stimulates the others. That is our main idea about it. We are not trying to demotivate anyone. So this is how department-wise analysis is done and presented to the faculty. So in each statistical analysis, you get to know where you stand, how many ongoing projects, how many submitted projects, everything according to NAC accreditation. Now why this departmental or quarterly analysis is done? We started trend analysis. For example, last year in this quarter we are doing absolutely good job of publishing so many publications. Let us say 200 publications from the university. Again next year, this quarter we are getting 200 publications. But third quarter the number of publications are going down. So fourth quarter may be again increasing. So is it the quarter which is dependent? Maybe second quarter the faculty are more free to do publications or work on some project. So this is why we had done trend analysis to analyze where we are actually going wrong, or the departments are going wrong, or we can show that last year you had performed well, this year what is happening to you? We need not ask, the results will show them. So that is what we are doing. So benefits are this, timely updates, then healthy competition amongst the departments. There is always chance for improvement in academic work, improvement in internal quality. As your departments are growing, then definitely your university. So that's why we started at the grassroots level. Then it's for faculty appraisal also. So we started recently with performance appraisal. So this is also helping for that, and feedback for the stakeholders. Now student feedback, we have reduced number of papers, sensitization, the process of feedback to all the departments. First, for the student feedback, we had done all this. We had done blinding for the student feedback. The details I can just add a little after the presentation if anyone are interested. So we had coded the faculty before going for analysis. So it's completely purely blinded feedback, student feedback. The faculty are not aware that their feedback is going on. Directly the IQAC cell is collecting the feedback from the department or from the students, okay, so that the faculty are not aware, so there is no chance of manipulation of the feedback. Then we have submitted this analysis to the respective HOD and the presentation to the faculties. The HODs has to present their data to their faculty, and the only faculty feedback can be done separately. We had given mail to the each HOD that they can present the faculty feedback separately. So always the student feedback, a copy is given to the dean and pro vice chancellor, so that they are apprised of the system, like where the department stands. So what we made, this is the NAC format. I think all of you are aware of it. It contains one faculty feedback form in one form. So there is huge number of papers involved for collecting a student feedback form. For one faculty, we need one form, and each form has got 3 papers. So in my department, if 10 faculty are there, 10 faculty into number of students, 150 students, see the quantity of papers. So what we made is, we didn't change the format at all. We just made the faculty columns like this, so that all the faculty can be graded at once by one student. So it will be easier for them, for the students, to fill the data or to give just the feedback. Now this is the feedback methodology. We collected the feedback, division of departments of to the IQAC members. So each IQAC members, 1 minute sir, just 1 minute. So we have 5 members, IQAC members. Each member has got 5 to 6 departments. So they have to secretly collect the student feedback for each department. They are given to them. So departments are not aware of the feedback collection. So data entry is done, then statistical analysis is done and presented. So we had collected feedback on feedback system also. Whether are we doing this feedback system in a proper way or not. So just the highlights. So difficulty in understanding the questionnaire, I just wanted to tell you this, because the students had given a feedback that it's quite difficult, okay, to understand the questions of student feedback. So I think if some NAC team members are there who can influence them to change the questions, they can do that. So this is some of the committee common proformas, what we prepared for the committees. So these are our conclusions. Quarterly reporting should be emphasized for motivating departments to achieve quality standards. Continuous feedback to the stakeholders like institutional heads and HODs results in improving trends. Student feedback is an effective tool for improving quality of higher education. Because of student feedback, we just added one more point in student feedback. Any other comment you want to give for the improvement of your institute, please add. So for that comments, we are getting wonderful comments. Because of that, we had started complete a department to control only these comments, and they are trying to continuously improve our institute. So student feedback is very important for us, and NAC format for student feedback simplification can help students for easy filling of the forms. So these are our future plans. We are going paperless, then online student feedback from this year onwards. We have tested a software, and then we are trying to do it, and improving a centralized database much more. So if you have any questions, you can ask me.
Madam, you mentioned you established a department in your college and to look into the comments given by the departments as well as students exclusively for the purpose of providing the suitable solutions for those comments, so that so many things you have established in your college. how frequently you take the feedback from the departments or from the students so that an exclusive department has a role to look into these comments and all? Because when you say there is a separate cell or department which will take care of other than the IQAC cell, how frequently you look into these feedback points?
We have in NAC form, if you see, we are trying to follow the NAC form. It was strict instruction for us that NAC format should not be changed. So we are following NAC format, AQAR format. In feedback point, if you see, there is student feedback, alumni feedback, parent feedback, and stakeholder feedback, of course. So all this feedback, yearly once, it is mandatory for the IQAC cell to conduct feedback for all these sub-parts. So from the departments, from faculty, we collect feedbacks every quarterly. Every quarterly, we get feedbacks on improvements of infrastructure, we get improvements in the funding, we get advices from the department HODs that this can be implemented. So out of that, it's not, even if per year at least 20% of this feedback is achieved, that then I feel that there is always an improvement in the quality. So because it's not so easy to implement. For example, we got feedback last 2 years that the washrooms are stinking. Immediately the director had taken a decision that yes, we have to construct a nice washroom facility for the students, and we did it. It's not easy, that infrastructure changes is not easy, but we are trying to do that. Because of this feedback system, our 9th semester students and internship students, they asked for a department of differential diagnosis, that is for medical college. So that is something which is quite unique, and we are trying to implement that. We are trying to get that, because that is more easier for the students to understand something, some diseases which no one can try to identify. Like, yeah, this is some kind of disease, we can't name it. So that is department of differential diagnosis. We are trying to get that. Planning is going on. So something like, it's too high, I'll try at minimal level, like washrooms, fans, like we have a stage which is broken on one side in a classroom, that is repaired. Students give feedback, wonderful feedback, sir. At the same time, some faculty will raise question, how can a student assess my knowledge? We got that questions. Yes, the feedback forms, if you see, the first question for faculty feedback is knowledge of the teacher. How can a student assess the knowledge of a teacher? So is it one student? For example, if you are a very good teacher, that means good teacher in the sense of a student. If student feels you are a good teacher, that means either you give very good marks or you are very friendly to the student. These are things, but then out of 150 students per year per batch, if you can see all over, all together, at least you will get 70 to 80% positive feedback. That means which is more accurate feedback. So we rely on that. And we are training our students that please, we give a, just before collecting feedback, we just tell them for 1-2 minutes, just sensitize them, please give your good feedback from your heart, saying that yes, this is what is going wrong and this is where we are going wrong. And we are getting very good feedback. Improved quality of conducting feedback is there from last 2-3 years.
Dr. Harita, it is really commendable. I want to appreciate even knowing. I just want one from what Dr. Garg said this little earlier. Sometimes overloading the teachers with this kind of work, would it distract them from what quote unquote normal work?
Yes,
What
sir.
is your feeling?
Yes, sir, absolutely right. Because of I'll just give example of my own place, my own institute. Every department initially, research cell used to ask, please send the number of publications for this year once. Library will ask one time to that department, please send the number of publications. Dean's office will call that department, please send the number of publications. So because of that, departments are getting overloaded. As a faculty, as a teacher, my main focus is on teaching the students. Why the hell I am supposed to give number of publications n number of times? My HOD is not there for that purpose, to send that publications n number of times. So for that, we started getting this quarterly report system, so that every quarterly they are sending only one report from the department. If anyone else want any other information, please contact IQAC cell. So for that, we need an effective IQAC cell, and which we are still improving, sir.
Okay, just one suggestion for these publications. None of my faculty gives the publications, but the librarian sends each faculty their publications. So we have system already online, already products are there, that nobody needs to send their publication. Librarian can himself extract from Thomson Reuters or Scopus everyone's publication. So that will stop that process also.
Yes.
Right? So whatever you are doing manually, you start take advantage of taking those.
Yes.
And just another comment, if any student has to tell that washroom is stingy or fan is not working, I think the system needs to be more proactive, because in our case, we have the systems in place where every week or every day these things will be checked. If they
Yes.
are not working, then they will
Yes.
be automatically taken care.
Yes, sir.
Right? So
right.
students has to give the feedback on teaching mainly. If they are
Yes.
just telling about the things that
We
are not
have,
working.
in NAC format, we have 3.
No, I am not
questionnaire.
concerned about the NAC format, right? So I am concerned about the quality.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Because we are keeping NAC format as one,
But you told that
pillar.
you are not doing
We
for
are holding
accreditation. You told
that
your
pillar and
IQAC is
roaming
not
around.
for accreditation, it is for quality, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We are trying to improve our quality, and
So
sir,
that's all. It was just a comment.
for
right?
for every university, it's not mandatory that, for example, I'll just I'm
that's
not
okay, I don't-
commenting. I'll just tell you that if you go to a particular institute for a conference, I'm sure that area will be neat and clean, but not the other sides. Let me tell you the frank
Okay,
feeling of that. So we have developed everywhere the quality, means we have got 28 committees. We have started 28 committees. Sanitation committee is one of them.
Okay, you are doing good. I am just making a comment.
Yeah.
One question for Mr. Ghoshal. Do you have customized programs like some workshops or something where you can pass on this knowledge to some institutions?
I am yet to customize anything related to Meccano.
Okay.
I think this is simply going to evolve. Meccano is not yet known to many persons of India. That's all.
I think the question is that if a faculty member in his university wants to use this methodology, do you have a way of helping that faculty member learn the methodology?
So in that sense, definitely I can suggest various links so that that help can be taken
You
care
don't
of.
go for like, let us say for a week's workshop or a 2 days workshop or.
So far, nobody asked for it, so I have not thought about it. If somebody is asking, then I will think about it. That's it.
Invitations are solicited.
Invitations are solicited.
Great.
Any other comment? Yes, please.
The price of a number 10 seat is about 2.5 lakhs. The price of one 19th brass gear is going to be exceeding about 600 rupees more. Now you are supposed to pay the, what is called that, tax or something. So you understand how much expensive it is. Smaller sets of Meccano are available starting from 2,500 rupees upwards in the base like Amazon or the other things.
Any other? Yeah.
You have another site for Lego Mindstorms. What's the basic difference between this and the other?
Yeah, that's a very good question. People many times they ask me which one is better, Meccano or Lego. Thing is this, if I throw a Meccano model off, nothing is going to happen. If I throw a Lego model off, it is simply going to disintegrate. Meccano uses the nuts and bolts, the real engineering thing, not like Lego. Snap it. That's it.
Well, we have had a long day. Let us give a hand to our two speakers. Thank you very much. Excellent.
Tomorrow's schedule was changed slightly in the last schedule, last session only. We rescheduled that the session was reduced because of two speakers are not there. And we are going to conclude all the sessions. Then we are going to have the high tea at the end. And before high tea, we are going to have the certificate distribution to all the participants. That is the main change. By 4:30, entire process will be completed. The sessions will be up to 3:15. It may go up to maximum 3:30. And half an hour we are having a panel discussion about today. Of course, Dr. Deepak Garg covered to maximum extent. Again, tomorrow we are going to have the panel discussion about the entire, all the presentations. We are making note of it. What was delivered and what is the expectations of various IQAC coordinator from various institutions who came here with some expectations you might have come. If it is not covered in the 2 days sessions, because all are the experts of NAC, NBA and NIRF rankings, the entire panel will be on dais so that you can ask your queries. Today night or tomorrow early morning, we are uploading all the presentations in PDF format in the website for all your needful. Professor Natarajan, unfortunately, he could not able to join us, but he sent his presentation, what he would like to deliver here. That also will be uploaded in the website. And if you have any queries, he has given his email ID, so you can email him as a participant of QAHEI. And Dr. Ashok Dhawan also sent his presentation because he could not able to join. So those two presentations also will be there in our website. And regarding today, we have cultural program now. Immediately after the cultural program, by 7 sharply, we are going to have the dinner. And after the dinner, we are taking a break for the day. Tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., we have vehicles to Kanakadurga temple as well as Lakshmi Narasimha Swami temple at Mangalgiri. Both the temples, we have vehicles, both at the campus guest house as well as the hotels where our participants are staying, Tilottama and Southern Grand. These are the two hotels from where our vehicles will go to the temples. So whoever is interested in going to the temples, please give your mobile numbers and names so that we will call you and pick you up. And now I request Dr. Ramakrishna Garu.
Our Honorable President, Sri Koner Sachinayan Garu, and our Vice Chancellor, Dr. L.S.S. Reddy Garu, to come on to the dais to felicitate the speakers of today's, Dr. M.R. Kurup and Dr. Deepak Garg. May I now request Dr. M.R. Kurup to come on to the dais. Deepak Garg to come onto the dais. Please, sir.